I'm so close, guys. 4,000 subs. I'm so close. Just do it. Just do it. Just press the button. Just press it. Please, please just press the button. If you've already pressed the button, thank you so much. So, I got a ton of requests on how to make the 2x2 that has a secret base hidden inside of it, so I'm going to show you how to build it today. Subscribers like Zen, you really help push me to make extra videos on how to do stuff like this, so I really appreciate it. So this is the 2x2 that just looks like a 2x2. It's a metal 2x2, right? We talked about it in the one of the last videos. If you're going to raid it, obviously you're going to go through the doors. I'll give you a brief tour of this base and show you the secret, and then I'm going to show you how to build it. So 2x2's got a area to put your depot and stuff, and you come in and you drop down into the main loot area. We have a nice little cozy fireplace and fridge and things like that. The water tank for storage. The TC's back there, furnaces are here, but the secret about this base is what's through this room right here. So if you get rid of the fireplace, which you can pick up, get rid of the fridge, there's a secret door here, and then there's extra secret storage back here that raiders usually won't find because there's no reason for them to raid into this room right here. Then if you go up here to the ladder hatch, there's even more. I added some garage doors up here, which is, I just think it's hilarious because there's honeycomb on top that's going to cover that up too. Extra storage here. The point being is that this base has extra areas that raiders aren't likely to find, and you can store your good stuff back here and leave like 80%, 90% of your loot up here and in the secret honeycomb areas, and the raiders probably won't find it because we're controlling the raid path. And then once you're done with that, you can put the fireplace right back. It's actually much easier to build than it looks like. There's no secret things you have to do to build this base. It's just a fairly standard build. But it from the inside, it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around how to get started building this, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. Also, this base is absolutely crucially dependent on a disconnectable external TC, so make sure you put one of those up too. Alright, so to build this base, I'm just going to go straight to metal. Find a flat spot and build a 2x2 with honeycomb. All of them should be the same level. They should all be ground level. And then you want to build the one half wall up for the entrance. And then you can bring that around. All the other walls here should be full walls. Don't make them half walls. Go around the top, go around the edge with full walls. And I'll tell you why in a second. So whenever you build the full walls here, it's gonna look more accurately like foundations. If you were to put half walls here, it puts this weird divider, and then it divides the textures into two, and it's very clear that there's a half wall there instead of a foundation. But it's less obvious. It's not totally, it's not impossible to detect, but it's less obvious if you start off with a full wall there. But for the entrance here, we do need the half wall to support the door. Alright, so this is the entrance to the base, just like we saw. And now we need to go around the edge with half walls. And then the roof. Remember, we have the honeycomb layer at the top, so we need to put that on. And then finish it off. Okay, so this is the shell of it. It looks a lot bigger on the inside than it does on the outside, especially before we've built the loot rooms and such. Okay, so now let's put a half wall right here, and then a full wall right there. And we can create the door frames. Just like that. Put a half wall there, and the shotgun traps will go right there. This is the secret area where the fireplace goes, so this means this is the main loot room right here. Let's go ahead and finish that off. Now go ahead and finish the roof. You can see that it's still totally accessible from the honeycomb up here. Alright, now you want to put triangles here and here, but you want to leave this one open on each of the sides. So we're going to put one here and here, leave that open, and then we're going to close in these also, leaving this one open. Alright, now let's fill in these little honeycomb sections right here. This isn't mandatory, I just feel like it adds a little bit of extra strength to the base in case someone raids it in a really weird way. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Do that on each of the sides. Okay. This is the depot area. Remember, whenever you come in the front door, and you want a depot right here, so we can build that out. And now let's go ahead and finish the roof honeycomb. This is the actual roof of the base. So we'll put one there, and there, and then we'll put the roof on. This is optional. You can put a garage door here and here if you'd like. You don't have to. You could just fill it in with half walls up here. Like put a half wall, like right. Put a half wall, but essentially where the garage door is. But I'll put garage doors here because if they do get curious and raid it in a weird way, there's a little bit extra protection. And then finish in the roof. Now we can put the garage doors here. And you can see from the outside, you don't see them, they're undetectable. Alright. I know I'm building this kind of haphazardly. This is how I build everything, just in case you're wondering. So this is one of the secret rooms that's behind the fireplace. So the fireplace is going to go right here, so you can have extra storage back here if you'd like. You could put a triangle half wall there for extra storage as well. Alright. Put a window there. The double door frame here. Right here should be a single door frame. I know it's weird. I'll tell you why. I'll do this in a second. This is we're gonna put a door here, but we're gonna leave it open all the time. And the reason is we don't ever want raiders having a reason to splash or raid this window here. And if you leave this door open, it means they can't splash the garage door here. In other words, they don't get the window and the garage door because this frame is here preventing it. And then they're not gonna, want to splash this window and this door because we're gonna leave the door open. So that's why I'm doing it that way. Let's put the TC right there. And some windows. Put our furnaces back there. Put electric ones here if you'd like. Oh, I had it. Y'all saw it. I know y'all saw it. I know y'all were watching. I had it. There. Okay. Go ahead and fill this in. This is where the tier 3 will go. Okay. And now, this is going to be one of the secret loot areas also, so we're going to fill in just one of the triangles. And what you can put here, which I think is really cool, is you can put this is another tricky thing. You put a water barrel right there, and then put 2 boxes underneath it. Put one of them this way, turn it sideways like that, long ways, hot dog style, and then put this one hamburger style. And now whenever you have a window here, you can loot the boxes. If you look at them just right, you can loot the boxes, each of them independently, but once you have a window on it, raiders will never see those boxes. Look, you can't see them. So you can store stuff in there also. Alright, let's go around to the top. The base inside a base. Let's put a frame here with a ladder hatch. Now we can fill this out with boxes or whatever you want to put up here. Honestly, you can put your electric furnaces up here even. A frame there and a frame there. there's lots of room here. You can put a couple of large boxes. You can also put a shelf here, a triangle shelf. What I had in the other one. Another option, if you didn't want to do that, you want something a little bit more secure, is you could also put another window here. Then put small boxes in it. Like this. Like that. So that way, even if they do get curious and raid the rest of your base, it's going to be extremely expensive to do so. Room for a couple of small boxes down here. Did y'all think that was gonna fit? Whenever the... Oh, it does fit! Wow, I would have bet the fate of humanity that box wasn't gonna fit. Tell me in the comments if you thought... Just type it like this. I thought the small box would fit, or I didn't think the small box would fit. I didn't think it was going to. And now, you see the... From the outside, none of this is visible. Like, it doesn't look like it's a base that's sunken in and has all these secret travel areas. It doesn't look big enough to house something like that. That's the cool thing about... That's the power of just one half wall difference. You know, raising your base up that much it just gives you all this freedom to move things around. I would make this armored, because whenever people come in and they know that it's probably going to be a wraparound entrance like this, they're going to contemplate going through the wall here. So if you make it armored, you help make that decision for them. Put a shotgun trap here if you'd like. With some boxes. Let's play a game. It's called Watch Benjamin struggle get these boxes in here. They fit. I swear they fit. Guys, you have to believe me, they fit. Put your boxes right there, you know where they go. And then, whenever you're ready to get your cheese on, you can even put an armored door there if you want to. Something interesting about the armored door, this is an armored one here, you have to put it a certain way. Like, if you put it like that, it lets you put the fireplace down. You see? But if you put it the other way, if you turn the door the other way, it doesn't let you put it down. But only if it's armored. Like, the sheet metal door works, which is really strange. Put a water barrel or something like that here. You also get blue. And let's do a fridge. You could put like a composter in here. You just put something that the raider's not going to have any desire to waste their boom on to get in here for. They're not raiding that. Now, I want to explain about the splash thing a little bit more. So, the key to this base is them having no reason to go through this window. That's the point of the entire base. So think like a raider for a second. Let's say we've got in here, we just blew this door, and now we see this. Water barrel. Am I wasting my boom on that? No. Fridge and another water barrel, fireplace. You can put a sleeping bag in here. Do I want to waste my boom going in there? No. Well, what are my options? Wait, this door here, which you should leave open, by the way. Just leave this door open all the time. So they're in here. What's the next move here? You know, what's the next move? I mean, the move is go through here and blow the garage door. It's leave this room alone. That's what we want them to do, is just leave the room alone. Shotgun traps here can be super duper effective. Place like this. They're not impervious to being raided, but it's going to slow them down a lot. And I know it's some people are like, well, what's the point? You know, you're probably going to get offline raided anyway, so what's the point? Well, it comes down to peace of mind and what kind of turmoil do you want the raider to go through to have your base. You can do things like, if you like, I've did this before, you can kind of crouch and get grenades in there, or you can, you know, just splash it a few times with HVs, like shoot HVs down and hope that it does that. And you can do that, but it will slow them down. They're going to get them eventually, but it'll slow them down. One thing to consider is maybe you want to put like 2 shotgun traps here, because you don't want them to have to blow up this room to get rid of the shotgun traps, because then they're going to get the windows also. So, you know, do some shotgun traps if you'd like, but don't go overboard. You may even want to do like a flame turret or something in there. Then you'd put your boxes in here. set this loot room up however you want to. I don't advise hiding your TC. And the reason, you know, the way this base is laid out, we could put the TC like right here, so that the bad guys don't find it at all. But the problem with the bad guys not finding your TC is that they go looking for it. People hate it when they can't find the TC in it when they're raiding a base. So let them see where the, you know, make it strong. We've made it strong here. They're gonna have to go through two tier 3 windows to get to it. But you don't want to hide it. Whenever you hide it is whenever they start blowing the rest of your base up. And it's fine if they get the TC, because remember, we're gonna have the disconnectable external. So this is how you build the crazy base inside a base 2x2. I want to show you, just as a refresher, if you want to bookmark this video and come back if you need if you haven't built a disconnectable external in a while. How you do that is go to the outside of your base and run out to where you don't have building privilege anymore, which is going to be like right here. See right here? And then you want to put down a couple of triangles right where you're standing, right there. And the TC is gonna go right there. Put it. Let's go ahead and first off, it's easier to line up if you do the walls first. What you need to do is you need to put 2 half walls here. They have to be half walls. And then put the TC like right there. Bring it over. Let's do a couple of windows. Like that. You can put some boxes in here also to help walk around. Get through the windows, because the stone ones aren't bad, but the metal ones, you see this little lip here, you can trip up on them. It's kind of annoying. So put the boxes there, and it helps you walk across stuff. Then I like to put, just like the mini Satori, put another entrance here. I like to put a window on it. You like this? So it lets us see out, but it also lets enemies see in, which is important. It lets the enemy see that there's nothing tricky going on in here. It's just an external TC. And they can see that. So they're not going to get curious and raid it just to find out what's in there. The door lets you come in and then get your window on, crawling through the windows in safety, so you don't have to take out the windows while you're, trying to run away from gunfire and such. Then go here and go out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a triangle there. And then put another triangle attached to it, and remove these. Then we want frames. Put the frames, we'll have to do this one first. Put the frames like this. Sometimes the stability won't let you finish this off. If that's the case, just put a temporary one right there. And then finish it off. And then you can remove it. The reason there's 2 triangles is so that if they're gonna jackhammer one of these, they have to jackhammer both of them. That's really annoying, it'll take forever. So now, if they get your TC in this base here, if they blow the TC, they're not gonna be able to seal the base. They won't be able to put a new TC down and grief your base. Unless they come and spend an extra 10,000 so forth to raid this also. And if you need to disconnect this so you can put your TC back down in your main base, you just come over here, and this is gonna be twig. Like that, and then you put a roof here. And you see it breaks it. It breaks the frame so that now you can come over here and put your TC back down, and then come back over here and reconnect it. That's why it's disconnectable. Absolutely crucial to have in any base in Rust. Right. Thanks guys for watching. It's as easy as that, and my next video will be the how to build the Pixel Gap 2x2 that I made a couple wipes back. That's also had I've had probably a dozen people ask when I'm making a video about that, so that one's going to be next. Alright, see y'all in the next one. I'm going to leave a few seconds here at the end so that you can subscribe if you haven't already.